No, he's in the back. She's pulling down stuff. No, he's in the back. She's knocking down the set. Looks good. Test, test. Alright. We're good. We are good. We are back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Maybe I should maybe I should share this. Copy. Maybe I should have shared this before we started. I love going to Facebook and it's telling me, oops, sorry. Meta. Everything's meta. What is up, peeps? Close, 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 close. Paste. Special live recap. Post it to the Facebook. I'm running live. Let's see if I can copy this from YouTube real quick. I think I can. I did edit the details first. I got something on my head. Oh no, it's just shiny. On the misspelled that. Great. Let's see if anybody joins in. See if anybody wants to partake. I am on YouTube. If you're in YouTube, if you're on, you can join in on the chat. I just think everybody has a YouTube account, I think. What's up, everybody? Welcome to week 16 of the Dynasty Fantasy Football Recap. I am your host, Matt Salgado, aka The Commission, aka Mateo83, coming back once again. It is Tuesday. It is not that late, but hey, I'm home. And I wanted to get the show done. I wanted to get the show out there because we got a very special episode this week. It is the second week of the playoffs, SemiFinals, because next week is going to be my last episode. Maybe I will do a wrap-up afterwards. But usually the championship episode is a wrap-up episode. So hopefully we can have a little bit of fun going, and maybe we get a couple people joining in. I am doing this earlier than usual, so I don't think maybe Alex and Luis probably won't participate as they usually do. But if you guys show up in chat, like and subscribe. Ezra just popped in. thanks for the help, bud. He's over there playing Miles Morales, so the Spider-Man game, which we've had for over a year, but he just started playing it again. One run in. If you caught the beginning of the broadcast, you saw Noah destroying the set in the back. So there you go. We might get Pris show up. Maybe we'll see. But on that note, let's it's Tuesday. It's not that late. It's a Dynasty Fantasy Football Recap. Let's roll those highlights. Rolling those highlights. Indeed. Oh, as the year comes to an end, you usually get a bit sentimental because it's like, oh, I don't get to do these as often. Obviously, the majority of my YouTube streams are the recaps. I think I hardly ever do any video game streams. I do some testing for like my Twitch streams, which I don't do that often either. But yeah, so I will be missing this. We got a few more episodes to go. If you're in chat, if you're watching, what's for dinner? What are you guys gonna do? Hope you all had a great holiday. I don't know if everybody celebrates Christmas, but I hope if you do, hope you had a great Christmas. If you have a different holiday, maybe it was Kwanzaa, maybe it was Hanukkah, maybe it was a different holiday that I'm not aware of. Hope you guys had a great holiday. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing healthy. I hope you guys are all healthy, and everybody's happy and strong going forward. Right into it. Let's take a look at the week 16 semifinal matchups. Starting with me. Actually, no. Let's not start with me. Let's not start with me and Joe. Something I don't do very often is I don't detail the consolation bracket. And as you can see there, we had Brian taking on Chris in that semifinal. We also had Bravo taking on Freddie. I don't know if Bravo just went on strike, but as you see here, Bravo didn't start any players in his league, in his game. I did lock his team because you guys are in consolation. So I mean, it is what it is. I don't want you guys to affect any of the other outgoing games. So Freddie wins 115-0. Easy win for Freddie. He'll be moving on in the consolation bracket, I believe, to determine who is fifth place. And he'll be facing Brian, who defeated Chris this week 151 to 117. Brian coming out of nowhere. I think if Brian had won last week, he would have been a top contender because he went on a run towards the end of the year there, losing a lot of games at the beginning of the season. He is the Miami Dolphins of the league, winning a lot of games going into the playoffs. So congratulations to Brian. You ended the year strong. You're going to be playing next week for the fifth place as well against Freddie. So big win for you, 151 to 117. You also had the biggest output point total this week. I think that had a lot to do with Higgins here, giving you 41 points, massive point output there. And you also got 20 points from Sony Michelle. So you did pretty good, Brian. You had a hiccup last week and you lost that first round matchup. Joe was a little worried, but I know he's glad he won because he continues that winning streak. Going into the championship semifinals, let's start with Johnny and Luis. It was a close one. In all retrospect, I had Johnny pick the win because he had Alvin Kamara there left to play on Monday. And once again, Kamara disappoints his owners after getting, I think, a couple 20 and 30 point games in a row. I think 3 in a row to be. He had his last game above 10 points was in week 14 against the New York Jets, where he scored 24 points. After that, in the Tampa Bay game, he only scored 5, and then this week he only scored 7. Big hit there. I really thought Luis was going to lose this game, but guess what? He pulls it out 103 to 97, squeaks on by. Take out Cam Newton. You do not need him in your quarterback position. If you're going to have a chance of winning the championship, you're going to take Cam Newton out there and get him off. Get him out of there. You had DK Metcalf there. He had a slow week this week with 12 points. Deontay Johnson there with 15. I believe that is Deontay Johnson. Yes, it is. You had Dylan with 8. Not a big pickup. You got a Chubb. Nick Chubb, 27 points. And Zach Ertz with 13. Good tight end output because that's a hard position to play. And then you got Christian Kirk there with a solid 11 points. I say solid, but 11 points isn't all that much, but it's enough to get you to win. Boswell with 4, Buffalo with 5. We'll take a look at the matchups this week in just a little bit. It's going to be exciting. So congratulations to Luis picking up the win and moving on. The chance to win his very first Dynasty Fantasy Football Championship. Congratulations, Luis. You're so close. You're so close. And going into my game with Mr. Joe, who I had the pleasure of having in my house yesterday. It was nice to see him. Nice to see some of you guys out and about and whatnot. But Joe takes me out, and in easy fashion. It was over before the Sunday night games, 141 to 94. Joe was a little worried going into the last night's game, but I just had Gesicki and Gaskins playing, and you see there, combined 7 points. I should have started Kyler Murray in the Miami defense. Would not have made a difference. I think even if I would have had my total output, my optimal lineup would not have come close. A big hit for me was losing Travis Kelce to the COVID-19, him being out because of that. That was a huge bummer. And also a big hit there was Tyreek Hill, my number 1 wide receiver, only getting me 4 points, not even 4 points, 3.9. So a big drop off there. It was up and down all season. I'm lucky to have finished where I finished, so I'll be playing in the third place game against Johnny next week. So we'll see how that goes. Congratulations to Joe. Stairway to Evans, big point output from Davante Adams, 33. As soon as Davante Adams put up that 33 points last Thursday, I knew it was gonna be a long shot. I was gonna have a hard time. 28 points from Deebo Samuel as well. you had a negative 1 point from the New England defense. We'll take a look at your defense going into this week. But yeah, congratulations to the winners this week. You guys did an awesome job. And let's take a look at the championship preview. Bam, I don't want to look at the third place. I want to look at first place. Hi Guy versus Stairway to Evans. And Joe is currently projected to win 151 to 108. Yeah, you're going to want to take out Cam Newton. I'm just letting you know right now, Luis. He's projected to score 11 points. Take out Cam Newton. I'll eat a hat if if he scores more than 20 points, which I don't think he will. You have Lamar Jackson there. Hopefully he'll be healthy and ready to go next week. If so, that'll definitely help you out there. Damian Harris you have on the bench. I believe Damian Harris had a good output last week. He did. He had 28 points. I'm not saying he's gonna get 28 points, but I think Harris is gonna help you out this week going into. They're playing the Jaguars, and the Jaguars are a mess of a team. So I think Harris is gonna get you some points over Dillon here, who you have in your starting position. Who AJ Dillon only got you 8 points. So switch out Dillon with Harris. You're waiting for them to clear. He's not on waiver. Who's on waivers? Luis is in chat. He's saying somebody's on waivers. Waivers clear tonight at 1 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock Pacific time. So if you're waiting for somebody on waivers, you're going to wait for them until then. But if you're in chat, Luis, tell me who you're waiting for to clear on waivers. You're going to want to... I think you're going to want to keep Ertz in that starting position. Your kicker's fine. I think they just had an off week. Pittsburgh plays Cleveland this week, so that's going to be an interesting matchup. I foresee a lot of points being scored. I think DK Mac got your adds and drops. I don't want to know who you're picking up. Don't tell me. Because Joe hardly ever watches this recap, but I don't want anybody else to try to pick up whoever you're trying to, and they might have a higher waiver position. So keep those to yourself. I'm assuming you're talking about quarterbacks. I hope you are. I would drop Newton altogether and keep Jackson just in case he clears and he's ready to go, and start Jackson, and just have somebody else better than Newton as a backup. But I think overall your starting lineup could be pretty well. I mean, Joe is just stacked. Tom Brady is gonna blow up this week. They're playing against the New York Jets. He's had a couple of off weeks under 20 points. I think this is one of these weeks where Tom Brady is just gonna absolutely just destroy. He's had a combined 19 points in the last 2 weeks. He's gonna get 30 points this week against the Jets. They haven't played the Jets this year, but that being said, I think they've destroyed the Jets. So watch out. Devontae Adams is going to get 20 points at least. Let's look at Devontae Adams' last games. 33, 16, 34, 18, 30, 14. So he has a pattern. Here. He scores in the 30s and he scores in the teens. So all signs point to him being in the teens. So I'm going to go with, they're playing Minnesota. And the last time they played Minnesota, he scored 30 points. So I think Devontae Adams go. What's up, Brian in chat? Congratulations on your win, Brian, in the consolation game. You're going to be going into the 5th place game. You are the Miami Dolphins of our league. You started off you had a little bit of a rough getting going, but man, you're on a roll. You're going. You just had a hiccup last week. I think if you would have beat Joe, obviously you would be in the championship game this week, going to next week. And so keep it up, Brian. I think he just had a turn of bad luck at the beginning of the year, and definitely Jeremy not playing definitely helped out a lot of teams, especially you and Luis. So I think going into next year, if you decide to come back, which I think you will, just keep on top, dude. I'm thoroughly impressed with your fantasy skills and being able to make the moves that you did. So congratulations to Brian for being in the 5th place game. I know it's 5th place, but I played throughout the whole year. Even when I do lose in the playoffs, I keep playing, and I hope I finish as high as I can. So shout out to Brian for being there. Awesome, Brian. I'm glad you'll be back. I know Luis will be back. And Luis also surprised. You and Luis were both surprises to make it into the playoffs, and Luis is an absolute surprise to be in the championship game. So I am not saying that Luis is going to get destroyed. I think Luis has a good shot. I think it's always a little scary when you're on a roll as Joe is. I think this is his 10th win in a row, maybe even if it's 11th. You don't want that first. I would have loved to lose. Like, if in Joe's position, I would have rather lost that game right before the playoffs started, just to get that loss out of the way and maybe feel better about having a little bit of a streak. So Joe doing really awesome, doing really great. And so were you guys. So and obviously Luis is in the championship game, and you did great, Brian. Just had a hiccup last week, and I think you'll end the year on a high. You're playing Freddie, who's also super active in the league. I think you guys that's gonna be a fun matchup to keep at. Joe, whoa, first time in chat, first time on in the recap. Joe, keep Bravo out of the league. I'm happy with that, and I'm not paying attention to the Facebook comments, so I don't know if people are commenting, but let's see, nobody's commented on Facebook. That's fine. Keep Bravo out of the league. I love that. So sorry, Bravo, but Joe has spoken. You're out of the league. No, you're not. You're fine. So Joe set to destroy, but we'll see what happens. Luis is making some moves, so these projections will change. Joe has the New England defense going against Jacksonville. I think they're going to probably score that at least to 10 points against Jacksonville. That team is a mess. Kyle Pitts in your tight end position there, Joe. I don't think you move him out of there. Yeah. And you got Taylor. You got Waddle. I think you're doing all right. You got a great bench, Joe. You have a great shot of... I jinxed myself by being here. I messed up my routine. Joe just... he's jinxing... Joe, you jinxed me last year. So if I could return the favor and jinx you, it'll be done. My work is done. So yeah, that was pretty fun. So let's take a look at our Pick'ems League, because man, oh man, I was leading by a lot of points up until 2 weeks ago, and guess who has made a nice little comeback? But our good old friend Johnny there is 1 point once again, who's been on a tear with picks. I'm still in the lead with 163, but the rate Johnny's going, he's on pace to probably unseat me in the first place. Johnny right behind me once again with 162 points. I'm also in a championship final. I'm playing in 4 leagues this year. In 2 of my other leagues, I lost in the first round, and then this week I lost in our league, and then I'm in the championship in my public league. So we'll take a look at that in a bit, and maybe you guys can give me some advice. Hey, nothing but a pick 'em thing with 151. Alex's picks Bay with 149. Alex dropped off big time, 149. And Joe down there at the bottom with 143. Let's take a look at how we did in week 16. Johnny right there, 13 picks. Great output there. Joe forgot to pick the first 3 games of the week. He forgot to pick the winners of San Francisco, Tennessee, Green Bay, and Cleveland, and Arizona, and Indianapolis. So Joe right away out 3 picks. Did pretty good though, because out of the remaining games, he got 9 correct. So not too bad. We all picked Miami to win. We all picked Dallas to win. We all picked Kansas City. We all picked Seattle to win, and they lost. We all picked the Chargers to win. They also lost. We all picked Tampa Bay, Philadelphia. They both won. The Rams, we all picked to win. And we all picked, everybody except for Alex picked Atlanta to win. So screw you, Alex. Can't believe you. Just because you got eliminated. We also picked the Bengals to win. So all in all, the one pick that Johnny did get correct that probably none of us did also pick. I don't see it right away. He picked San Francisco. Oh, no, he picked Green Bay. Okay. He picked Indianapolis. So did Alex. So, yeah, that was a minority pick there that he got. So congratulations to Johnny. Getting close. I'm still in the lead, but getting close. Let's take a look at my public league team real quick. And maybe you guys can give me some pointers. See how I'm doing. Yep, okay. 13-2 in that league. Look at that. It's not too shabby. We're gonna go to my matchup here. Not now. Oh my gosh. So I'm playing against. It's projected to be a close game. I got Tom Brady in my my starting QB position. Got Chase, Cup, Singletary. I do got Dalvin Cook, even though he's out with COVID-19. I think he's going to be back as long as he's healthy, according to the new mandates that they're pushing throughout the entire league. Then he's on pace to be back this week as long as he's fine. Schultz is my tight end. I got Jefferson as my flex. Koo in my kicker position. I might switch out Koo because he's only projected to get 6. And Buffalo is my backup defense here. I do have a spot open because I dropped Fournette earlier today, so I'm keeping that open. Well, actually, Fournette's still there, so he will be dropped. And Cousins is my backup quarterback. Antonio Brown is on my bench. Thinking about starting him. I might start Hunter Henry over Schultz, flipping them back and forth, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I am playing against a pretty good team. He has Garoppolo as his quarterback. He has Aaron Jones. He's outpacing me on the running backs here. He also has a better tight end than me, and a better defense. So we'll see how that goes. But this isn't Matt's Public League. It's the Dynasty Fantasy Football League. Bam. Do I do awards? Did I do awards last week? I did do awards, right? Player of the week goes to, if we're including consolation, I'm giving it to Brian for scoring 151 points. So congratulations to Brian. And shocker of the week. Do we have a shocker of the week? Do we really? I don't think we have a shocker week. I think we don't. I think the ones we had this past week, everybody, all the top seed teams won. Except for Brian. Brian was an 8 seed. So maybe Brian gets shock of the week too. I don't know. But congratulations to you guys. We'll see how we all do next week. It's a lot of fun doing the recap. I got 1 episode left. And maybe I don't know what I'm gonna do in my free time. Not having to do the recap. Literally just frees up like 30 minutes of my day. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you guys for participating. Johnny losing is a great him not winning is always good. I like Johnny, but he needs to stop. He needs to stop winning our league. Shocker of the week, Johnny losing. Possibly. I mean, Luis. Taking out a former champ. They were the 6th and 7th seed, and technically Luis was ranked higher. Johnny, Luis, and Brian all got in like on the skin of their teeth, and Johnny with the late season push, and him winning in week 1 was that was the shocker. And I got a little worried when Johnny won because it's like, great, Johnny's losing all these games at the beginning of the week, beginning of the year, or the beginning of the season, and he's gonna win a whole bunch of them going into, just gain a bunch of momentum. But Joe has shown that he has all the momentum on his side. So we'll see if Joe can reclaim the championship and get his 3rd championship, I believe. So we'll see going forward. And Luis, maybe he gets his 1st. You never know. Anything can happen. So on that note, I'm going to sign off for now, guys. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks for participating in chat. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing that love. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. You'll get my live notifications when I do go live. And I appreciate all the love. I appreciate you guys being part of the recap. And so, it is championship week officially. So set those teams. Pick those picks. And I'll see you guys right here next week on the recap. Peace.